Good morning, YouTube. Okay, guys, so I am back to do another experiment of WD-40 versus monofilament fishing line. So in this video, what I have done is I have taken some monofilament fishing line, I sprayed it with WD-40, let it sit to see what it actually does with mono and if it weakens it. So in this video, that's what I'm talking about. So here we go. Alright guys, so I've got my test all ready to go. I got two 6-pound plates and I got some 12-pound fishing line. So I soaked the fishing line with WD-40 about a week ago. So what I did, you just saw me take the 12-pound Berkley Big Game I bought from Walmart yesterday, unwrap it, clip off a little bit. I'm gonna put it in this here bowl right here, and I'm gonna spray it with WD-40. I'm gonna let it sit, and then we're gonna do a pound per pound comparison of tensile strength and whether WD-40 has affected the fishing line. We're gonna find out, guys. Alright, here's the fishing line right here. Can you see it? Alright, I'm going to take it, hose it down. So some people say that is a little exaggerated, but I don't want to sit here all day waiting for some line to get decomposed. It's probably going to actually take a couple of days. So I'm going to let it sit in that tray. You know, maybe you're a little excessive with your hosing techniques on your WD-40 and you like to just coat the whole reel, and that's what you get. Now, I just want to see if it'll break it down a little bit, because if it doesn't get off the mono and it stays and soaks into the mono, it's going to break your line down. So that's what this experiment's about. It's going to sit in there. I'm going to let it sit probably today, and then maybe string it up on some weights tomorrow, or I might test a little of it this afternoon. Haven't decided. So let's check back in a little while when that line has soaked for a little bit. So here, we're just going to wait. I'm pretty excited about this experiment, guys. It's pretty exciting, because we're gonna lay it to rest. We're gonna lay these myths to rest once and for all. I let it sit for about a day with the WD-40 on it. It got rinsed off, and then I let it sit for right over there in the garage, just like it would on a fishing pole in the garage, out of the sun. Let it sit there for about a week, and now I'm gonna test it out. So I've tied these together with a little loop knot. I'm gonna tie my fishing line right here, and then we're gonna pick it up and see what happens. Now, I'm sure somebody is going to say that this test is not perfect and that if you tied the knot a different way, you're gonna get more line strength. But what I am trying to determine is it weakened at all? Because a lot of people just hose their reels down with WD-40 and lets it sit. And if you saw my balloon experiment, the solvent does break down the balloons. Now, I haven't had any problems with it breaking down my fishing reels. I still use it, and I continue to use it. I know a lot of guys hate it, but this is an experiment, guys. So I'm going to tie it together right now, and we're going to see what happens. All right, guys, so what I'm doing right now is I am attaching the fishing line to this 550 cord right here with a clinch knot, because it's softer, and I don't want anybody to say that the metal friction could weaken the line. So it's going to this, and it's going to go to the same thing down here to this loop too on the 12 pounds. Putting the second clinch knot on the on here. All right, so here goes the first attempt. I got to make sure my eyes are in the way. I'm going to see if this works. It is freaking hot in this garage, so I want to make this quick. All right, so lifting up, not looking at it. It lifted to 12 pounds. It totally did. Now that's after a week of WD-40 misuse, and it's sitting in the garage, just like it would on your fishing reel. It didn't melt the line. That's a week. Now what are they doing too? I don't know. But what I figured out is that it didn't break. Let's try it again. Same line, same 12 pounds, 12-pound fishing line, Berkley Trilene, big game from Walmart, $6 a spool. Check it out. People are way overthinking this WD-40 stuff. Let's try snatching it up and see what happens. Here we go. Let's try jiggling it. Oh, it broke. All right, synopsis of mono versus fishing line. Take one. It didn't break it down enough to straight up break it with 12 pounds of force. I know a lot of fishing line is rated actually for a little more than what's on the spool when you buy it. So 12 pounds might be 13 or 14 pounds. I just took 12-pound mono, soaked it in WD-40 for a week, put it in a hot garage, only rinsed it off once, and it picked up, it totally picked up 12 pounds of iron. Picked up the weights like it was nothing, and I had to jiggle it to break it. Now if that was a bass or a redfish, I don't know, but I'm just saying for a myth of it breaking down mono, I say it's busted. Myth busted.